Hello students, hi. Well, let me cover a small topic today in GST, and that topic is called as Section 8 under GST Act 2017. So students, let us understand this small concept. It is called Section 8. Just see on the board please. And the way now this period, this corona lockdown is which is going on in the entire world. So you must have observed that even you people travel to superstore or departmental stores or maybe say DMart, Big Bazaar, etc. Then you must be buying a product, right? Now suppose you are buying a Colgate toothpaste and you are also buying a toothbrush. So when toothpaste is bought separately, it is charged in the bill separately. When toothbrush is bought separately, toothbrush is being billed separately. But what if there is a combo packet? What does combo means? Toothbrush along with toothpaste, toothbrush along with toothpaste, or the other way around. Say toothpaste is there for 200 grams, which is including toothbrush as a combo packet, as a combo fee. You must have observed many times that there is a toothpaste box and along with that there is a small toothbrush attached to it. Have you noticed that? Yes. And it is, you can't buy it separately. You have to buy a toothpaste and along with that this toothbrush is free, right? But this is actually not free. It is a promotional offer. It is a promotion given by, it is called as sales technique. It is called as advertisement technique done by the company just to promote their product and to sell their product. Is it true or not? Now students, my question for the class. Just see on the board. My students, my question for you people. What if, just see on the board now. What if suppose I buy only a toothpaste packet? So in the DMart bill, if you will observe, when you will go to the billing counter and suppose toothpaste, your bought is only toothpaste. So toothpaste, he will put a barcode, the barcode is already there on the toothpaste. So computer will read the barcode and the billing will be something like this. Say price of toothpaste, this is toothpaste, okay? Toothpaste. Say price of that toothpaste including GST is say 200 rupees, okay? It is including GST. And suppose GST rate on this toothpaste is say 5%. GST rate is 5%. So students, my question for the class, suppose the original price of toothpaste is suppose 180. Suppose it is 180. Okay, and 5% GST. So on 185% comes to 9 rupees. So including 9 rupees GST, it becomes 189. So instead of 200, suppose I am putting here 189. Now 189 is including GST, 180 is excluding GST. So this is price excluding GST. This is total amount including GST. And this two column which I have shown in between is the breakup of GST, which is one is CGST and another is SGST. Is it true? So suppose 9 rupees is the difference of GST, which is including breakup of CG and SG. So it is, can I say 4.5 each? Yes. Now students, my question for the class. When you have observed on 180, 5% comes to 9 rupees. So 9 rupees is breakup of CG and SG, which is 0.5, 0.5, that is 50-50. So it is 4.5, 4.5 each, is right, and total is 189. Now this was the billing when you bought the toothpaste. So it was costing for you is 189. As a customer, you have to pay. You need to pay DMart is 189. Okay. Now students, my question. What if suppose you got a call from mummy and mummy says, beta, while coming, right, son, while coming, also bring toothbrush. Okay. So you bought toothbrush also. Suppose now this is called as toothbrush. One was toothpaste, one is toothbrush. And suppose that brush is costing say 40 rupees. Again it is say excluding GST. And suppose GST rate on this toothbrush being a plastic item, so it is 12% GST. So on 40, 12% comes to obviously 12 for 48, 4.8. So of this 4.8 GST, 2.4 will go in the pocket of CG, 2.4 in the pocket of SG. So total comes to 44.8. Now this is the amount you have to pay to DMart is for the toothbrush item. It means at the end, as a customer, suppose you are buying only these two products. So what is the total bill amount? Total bill amount will be 189 plus 44. It comes to say approximately 2. How much it is? 233.8. Suppose this is the price you have paid as a customer. Okay. Now students, my question for the class. This is the amount you paid to the DMart, to the superstore. whereby in this 233 rupees 80 paise you bought two products. One is toothpaste and one is toothbrush. Okay, and both were charged GST separate. One is at the rate of 5%, just see on the board. One is the rate of 5%, another at the rate of 12. Students, now simple question for you. What if that the person who is standing on the billing counter, he convinced me and actually he requested me. He was not trying to convince me, but he requested me, sir, what are you doing, sir? Are you fool? I just asked him, why? Why are you saying like this? As a customer, is it the way you have to talk to a customer? No, sir, I was just thinking about you. I was saving your money. In what sense? I asked that billing counter person. He said, sir, when you are keen or when you are interested to buy toothpaste as well as toothbrush both, sir, why you are buying it separately? There is a combo packet available at the counter. So I was confused. I asked him, where is this combo packet? Then he told me, sir, the next lane there is one counter where toothpaste and toothbrush both are being available in the combo packet. The same company, Colgate. So the paste which I bought of Colgate company, the brush which I bought of Colgate company, both are available in the combo packet. And when I bought this combo packet, now students, just see on the board please. When I bought this combo packet, that combo packet which is toothpaste along with toothbrush is available, which is joint packet. It is not sold separately, it is a joint packet. Now when I bought that packet, so tell me, is it I am buying toothbrush or I am buying toothpaste or I am actually buying that combo packet? Of course I am buying the combo packet. It means now it is toothpaste plus toothbrush. It is both available for a single price. And you know what is that combo price? The combo price for this packet, MRP may be anything, but DMart is giving offer price of 210 rupees. Now students, my question for everyone, what if I buy these two products separately? I would have paid is 233.8, but when I am buying a combo packet, I have to pay only 210. It means I am going to save my approximately 23 rupees 80 paise. So now when I go to the bill counter, I will show this combo packet. Now the price is 210. It means the total price is 210 and that too inclusive of GST. Now my question, what is the GST amount included in this 210? Again, what is the amount of GST included in this 210? Is this GST rate available which is 5% is included in that, or 12% included in that, or both? Obviously both. Why? Because toothpaste is available where GST is 5%, toothbrush is available where GST is 12%. It means actually this 210 is inclusive of both the GST rates because there are two products. Now the question, when GST government is going to collect GST, will collect what rate? Is it at the rate of 5, 12 or 5 plus 12, 17 or average? 5 plus 12, 17 divided by 2, 8.5. Now there arises a confusion. Confusion number one, is this 210 price is including 5% GST? Then this price would have been 105. Is this price including 12% GST? Then this price would have been 112%. Is this price 210 is including both 5 12? Then it would have been 17%. Or is it average? Then 17 divided by 2. What exactly the GST we have to pay? As a customer, what is the amount of GST I will pay to that dealer, to that shopkeeper, to that store, to that demand, and what is the price he is going to pay to the government? What is the rate he is going to pay to the government? There arises a confusion. And there arises a section, there is created a section by our Government of India under GST Act, and that section is called as Section 8, perfect, which is called as composite supply versus mixed supply. Again, students, my question for everyone, composite supply versus mixed supply. Composite is called as combination, mixed supply is called as merger. In short, both means same interpretation. Composite supply versus mixed supply. So why then it is versus? Because there is small minor difference, and that difference is here GST rate here the GST rate of 210 will be including either 5 or 12 or maybe both or maybe none. None is not possible. Obviously none is not possible. So you have the question arise. Here government is going to ask a question to the dealer, to the shopkeeper. Sir, when you are selling this product, is this product you have combined together? Yes. For a single price? Yes. This is the case of section 8. And if it is the case of section 8, then there arises one single question. What is that question? Is it naturally combined or is it artificially combined? Students, I repeat, is it naturally combined? So I am going to erase this part. Is it naturally combined or is it artificial combined? What does it mean? Is it naturally merged or artificially merged? It means, is this product which is being sold, is this second product is by default to be sold with the main product, or is it sold? Both can be sold separately but sold together just to promote their sales. It means that arises a question. If it is naturally combined, then the scenario will be something else, and if it is artificially combined, then scenario will be something else. Now students, my question for the class: what is called as naturally combined? What is artificial combined? Combined is also called as merged. Simple question. When you go to a shop, electronical showroom, when you buy a TV, remote comes by default along with TV. When you buy say AC, remote comes by default. When you buy a fridge, refrigerator, but refrigerator stand, that moving 360-degree stand, that doesn't comes, right? That rolling stand doesn't comes along with refrigerator. When you buy a laptop, by default charger comes with laptop. But when you buy a laptop bag doesn't comes along with the laptop. It means you have to understand when it is natural, when it is artificial. In our case, toothbrush can be sold separately, but it is mixed together so as to promote sales. In that case, it is not naturally merged. It is artificial merged. And if it is artificially merged, then it is a case of mixed supply. But if it is naturally merged, it's a case of composite supply. So government clearly says, if it is artificially merged, then what do you think? We will charge GST. What rate? The rate which is higher. It means if it is artificially burned or artificially merged, artificially bundled, artificially combined, then GST rate will be whichever is higher. In that case, government is going to collect GST not 5 or 12. It is whichever is higher. It is 12. But sir, what if it is naturally merged? Example, what is naturally merged? Example, TV along with remote. Then the price of TV is say 40,000. The price of remote is 500. But both are sold together. Then obviously that combo single price, what rate will be charged? Is it price of TV or is that price of remote? Is that GST rate of TV or GST rate of remote? In that case, government says if it is naturally merged means not artificially done. It is naturally, by default it is to be merged. In that case, the main or principal will be taken as a base. Main commodity or principal commodity will be taken as a base. It means in that case, obviously, not the price what remote applicable, the price what TV is applicable, the rate of TV, that is rate of GST on TV, will be taken as a base. So suppose TV is sold along with the remote, and the rate of GST on remote is say 5%. The rate of GST on TV is say 18%. So it is 18 or 5, whichever is higher? No, 18 will be taken as a base. So what if other way around? TV is charged with GST 5% and remote is charged GST at the rate of 28%. Then what rate will be taken? 5 or 28, whichever is higher? No. When it is naturally merged, always and always main will be taken as a base. And what is the main in this case? TV or remote? Obviously TV will be taken as a base. And that rate of GST will be applicable. So students, this was a small concept where it is called as composite versus mixed supply. There can be multiple examples and number of examples. When you travel by airline, they serve you combo meal packet, right? Now suppose airline ticket you have booked for Mumbai Goa 4,000 rupees. Okay, SpiceJet Airlines 4,000 rupees, and it is inclusive of meal. That meal packet is of only 250, but it is inclusive. So now tell me, you are traveling through air and they are charging freight of 2,000 or 4,000 rupees, which is called as airline fare. But that 4,000 is including 250 rupees of meal. Now students, my question for the class. You pay to airline agency or airline company 4,000, which is inclusive of 250 rupees towards the meal. It means the price what they must be collecting from you is 3750 towards the traveling. True. Suppose you are paying 4,000 rupees to airline, of which 250 they are charging towards the meal. It means actually for traveling you are paying 3750. This is for the traveling as a passenger you are paying to the airline company. Now my question, on traveling suppose GST is 18%, but on food meal it is suppose 5%, so what rate will be taken as a base? Now students, you have to understand, what is the price they are charging? Are they charging with breakup on 3750 separate, on meal separate? No, they are charging a single price to the passenger, which is 4,000 rupees. So it's a single price charge. It is called as merger case. It is called as applicability of section 8, where two things are combined. Now here, which are the two things combined? It is not goods plus goods. It is, one is service, traveling is a service. One is meal, which is food, right? And food is a goods. So it is service plus goods combination. Now whether it is service plus service, service plus goods, goods plus goods, goods plus service, whenever such combination comes, it's case of section 8. And when it is case of section 8, it is either composite supply or mixed supply. So you have to ask question to yourself, is it naturally merged or artificially merged? Obviously it is natural. Why? When you are traveling, obviously you will prefer to have food, right? So it is, food is served along with traveling. It is not artificially done. It is naturally used by default. It has to be done, because to spend that 1 hour, 1.5 hour journey, you need to, whether you feel hungry, right? You are, and then when you feel hunger, you go for food. In that case, while traveling, you have something to eat. When you have that something munches, this traveling is done along with meal, which is obviously by default it is merged. So question arises, is it natural, artificial? Natural. And if it is natural, it's a case of composite supply. And in case of composite supply, GST rate will be that rate which is applicable to the principal, to the main goods or main service. In this case, what is main activity here? What is the activity airline company is giving? Is it they are opening a hotel or restaurant to provide food? No. The main activity is to provide a service of traveling. In that case, the main activity will be taken as a base. The main is traveling. So rate of GST on traveling will be taken as a base, 18% and not of meal. So 18% GST will be applicable on entire service. I hope the picture is clear. There can be multiple examples. You go to hotel. You check in for the accommodation of 2 nights, 3 days, right? And hotel will provide you free, combo, complimentary, breakfast, lunch, dinner, right? Now this buffet which is being provided for free. Suppose this buffet, they are charging you 1,000 rupees per person. So suppose you go for separate buffet, then obviously you have to pay 1,000 plus GST, and GST on food is say 5%. But what if you check in for that hotel during that period when they are giving that offer of free complimentary buffet? In that case, you are not paying 1,000 rupees extra. It means it is inclusive in your room charges. It is inclusive in your hotel accommodation charges. So students, question arises. So for that accommodation, suppose I spent 3,000 rupees per night. So 3,000 rupees is including that 1,000 rupees. Now my question for the class, for everyone. The 3,000 is including 1,000 packet, other 1,000 buffet complimentary free. It means 2,000 actually they are charging for that room, but doesn't mean like that. Why? They are charging is 3,000, their stay charges is 3,000, their tariff is 3,000, but 1,000 is only a complimentary breakfast or lunch or buffet given for free to the customer, just to entertain the customer, just to promote their sales, just to promote their service, just to promote their hospitality industry, to promote their business. So students, my question for everyone, what rate of GST must be applicable there on that 3,000 rupees? So suppose that hotel charge you, students, just say on the board, suppose that hotel charge you 3,000 rupees for that accommodation. Now that 3,000 rupees is obviously including 1,000 towards the meal, which is complimentary buffet, and 2,000 rupees is nothing but for the stay. My question for the class, is this stay plus meal both are provided for a single price 3,000? Yes. It means as a customer, is it I am paying separately 1,000 for that meal? No. It is inclusive? Yes. So at the counter itself, at the check-in itself, can I say I paid 3,000 rupees, which is including 1,000 rupees meal expenses? Yes. So question arises, what rate of GST must be applicable? So tell me, for a stay, suppose in that hotel GST rate is 12%, but for food meal, suppose GST rate is 5%. So what rate of GST must be applicable there? Is it to be charged separately? No, not possible. You can't do such bifurcation. That hotel is not going to show such bifurcation. So in that case, what rate of GST will be applicable? In that case comes section 8. So government is very smart, and government has created this section 8 just keeping into mind such cases, such circumstances, because government knows such possibilities are there in the market, relevant in the market, and it is going to arise in the future, such confusion. So government created section 8 where it is whenever it is a combination of service plus goods, goods plus goods, or goods plus service, other way around, always section 8 will come into picture, and section 8 will clearly explain what rate of GST applicable. So now my question for the class. Students, tell me, is it stay plus meal? Both can be provided separately? Yes. But is it as a customer has paid for meal separately? No. Why? Because in the combo packet, in the combo offer, they have clearly given, sir, you pay only for the stay, meal will be included. Is it true? It means, can I say they are promoting the sales? And this is naturally bundled. Why naturally bundled? Why naturally merged? Why naturally combined? Because when we stay in hotel, obviously, sir, when we stay in hotel for an entire day, we need to fill ourselves. We feel hungry. We need food. So for food, I will obviously not go separately, or I won't order separately. If they are offering that meal for free, why wouldn't I take? Definitely I'll take. Why would I go in another hotel where they are charging 3,000 only for stay, and the same amenity I am getting here in this hotel for 3,000 rupees for the same amenity, but it is inclusive of food, so obviously I'll stay here. So sir, I have paid is 3,000, which is including me. It is naturally merged. And when it is naturally merged, there comes section 8, composite supply. So composite supply clearly says when it is naturally merged or naturally bundled, naturally merged, naturally combined, the rate of GST will be the main activity taken as a basis. So what is the main activity for hotel? The way airline. The main activity for airline was traveling. So what is the main activity for hotel? Accommodation, stay. So rate which is applicable on stay will be taken as a base, not the rate which is applicable on meal. So on meal, suppose it is 5%, 5% will not be taken. Instead of that, rather, rate of GST which is applicable on stay will be taken as a base. And on stay, the rate of GST is 12. So 12 will be taken as a base. It means 12% is the rate applicable on the entire 3,000 rupees, because it is natural case. I hope the picture is clear. So when you buy a mobile with charger, it is naturally. Mobile with Bluetooth, it is artificial. So rate which is applicable on mobile or Bluetooth, obviously whichever is higher. So whenever it is artificial, whichever is higher. Whenever it is natural, male. Again, whenever it is artificial, it is whichever is higher. Either it is 5 or 12, 12 or 18, 18 or 28, 28 or 40. But if it is naturally, then obviously the male will be taken as a base. Whether that male is 5 or whether that male is 28. I hope the picture is clear. This is all about section 8, composite supply versus mixed supply. For detailed explanation of the notes, you can refer my notes. Thank you very much. God bless people. Namaskar.